Hi everybody, Melanie Potok here. Would you like a tip on how to help your child learn to love vegetables during the holiday season? Go to the store and get one of these pre-made gingerbread houses. And instead of buying a lot of candy to decorate the house with, let's decorate it with vegetables and we'll make our own veggie tray out of a house. The way you do it is, first of all, you've got to get the kids involved. So right away, you're going to grab your veggies and wash and dry them. Get a little assembly line going with the kiddos in the kitchen. Make sure they're rinsing them really well, patting them dry with a paper towel, and get all of your vegetables ready. Any sort of raw veggie that you'd like to use is fine for this. The same sort of thing you'd put on a vegetable tray. Then what you want to do is get some cream cheese. I like to use the block version that just comes in this foil wrapper, but I will use 2 or 3 blocks of cream cheese depending on how many veggies we pile on this house. So here's a tip. Just slice off about 2 ounces of the cream cheese, put the remainder in your refrigerator, and use about 2 ounces at a time and spread it as you build the house. So this house is currently in progress, and I was working on it with a little kiddo today. And all we're going to do is just take our cream cheese and very carefully spread it. You know, it kind of looks like snow, doesn't it? It looks like snow on the rooftop. And go ahead and cover your whole roof if that's the first section you're going to start with. And then add whatever vegetables you'd like. In this case, we were building with asparagus. You might notice that I have some of the vegetables sticking up, almost intertwined at the top of the roof. The reason why I did that for this particular child is they're a little hesitant to get their fingers messy. So if I leave a little bit sticking up, they can peel off one of their veggie sticks and take a crunch and enjoy it. Other kids don't mind getting a little bit of cream cheese on their fingers, so you just decide what's best for you and your family. Now, by the way, with the cream cheese, you might want to get some that's already flavored or add some herbs into the cream cheese. Just mix it up really well, put it back in the fridge to firm up a bit, and then spread that. When you're building your gingerbread house, think about all the different cognitive skills that come into play. First of all, it's fun. But we're also talking about measuring the side of the roof and determining how long each piece of asparagus or carrot or green bean happens to be. We're working on fine motor skills as we cut and we push into the cream cheese and we slowly peel apart certain vegetables. We're also working on language skills, words like long, short, thick. The most important thing when you're doing a project like this with your kids, it's not about eating vegetables yet. It's about making it fun, enjoying your time together as a family, and introducing your kids to all sorts of vegetables. We're making friends with vegetables through food play. Let's take a look at the other side of our house here. You might notice that what we have in process, we are using some green beans to make a door and to start a window. That's because we're using the outline that is already on this gingerbread house. So in this case, I'm not going to smear one side with cream cheese because I want something for the kids to trace over, yet another fine motor and cognitive skill. This is pattern recognition, another important skill that kids need, especially for preschool. Once you have your veggie house all assembled, go ahead and just add a few more veggies all around the cutting board or the plate that you're going to serve it on. And then put the entire house in the refrigerator until you're ready to serve it, just to keep the cream cheese nice and firm and keep everything fresh. But you know what? If you decided to eat it right then and there, that's fine too. One last tip for you. When you're doing something like creating a roof line, think about some of the other skills you could introduce to your child, like patterns. This little kiddo and I, we were working on the pattern 1, 2, 3, 1, or 1 asparagus, 2 asparagus, 3 asparagus, 1 carrot. And we used a lot of rainbow carrots in this particular house. Finally, I wanted to share one product with you that I've recently just fallen in love with. They're called Patience Fruit and Company cranberries. And I got mine at Sam's Club. I wanted to show you these because they don't have any added sugar. They're all organic, fresh cranberries that have been dried. Look how big and plump they are. They almost look more like a cherry. They're very, very sweet. I'm noticing that a lot of my kids who are more hesitant eaters are loving these. So when you're introducing a food like asparagus, make sure you have something on the tray that you know your kiddo loves. You might use something like the cranberries to make a holiday wreath above the front door of your cabin, or you might just sprinkle it among all the other veggies. Because if the kiddo's going to come in and pick up one of his favorite foods, the dried cranberries, he's also going to interact with some of these other vegetables. And again, it's just about making friends with vegetables. It's not necessarily about eating them yet. If you'd like more information on how to help your child learn to love vegetables, I hope you'll take a look at my new book, Adventures in Veggieland. It has over 100 activities and recipes so that the two of you can learn to love vegetables together and, most importantly, have fun doing it. Happy holidays, everybody.